Brent here from American English with this guy. I'm filming this in November, and in just a couple weeks we are going to have Thanksgiving here in the United States. So I thought it was the perfect time to talk about some English phrasal verbs we use while we eat. And to talk about those phrasal verbs, I came to this nice little river in New Hampshire. And the leaves are falling off the trees right now. The first English phrasal verb I'd like to teach you today is wolf down. Wolf down. When I was a kid, my mother would often tell me, "Hey Brent, don't wolf down your food." And when we say wolf down, that means to eat quickly. I used to eat way too quickly when I was a little kid. Now that I'm a teacher, I often have to wolf down my food when I'm at school. We only get a half an hour for our lunch break, so oftentimes I'm wolfing down my food before my next class. Apparently, across the river is an old powder house used during the American Revolutionary War. So maybe we can get over there and check out that old powder house used during the American Revolutionary War. It sounds like a powder house was used to store gunpowder, to keep it safe during a war. I guess you needed a lot of gunpowder to shoot off guns. I'm not sure. I wasn't alive during the American Revolutionary War. The next English phrasal verb I'd like to teach you is thaw out. Like I said at the beginning of this lesson, Thanksgiving is coming up here in the United States. Ooh, that might be a bonus English phrasal verb. Coming up, it means it's happening soon. In a couple weeks, Thanksgiving will be coming up. And I know my mom will cook a turkey. She always cooks a turkey for Thanksgiving, but often that turkey is frozen and she has to thaw out the turkey before she can actually bake it. To thaw something out means you take it out of the freezer because it is frozen and you let it warm up. Ooh, that's our next phrasal verb we'll talk about. But you bring something that is frozen possibly to room temperature. The temperature of the room, maybe 70 degrees. Fahrenheit, that is. The next phrasal verb is warm up. Be careful. This is different from thaw out because thaw out is always frozen. Warm up is probably going to be refrigerated. When food is refrigerated, it means it's kept in the refrigerator. The day after Thanksgiving, there are often a lot of leftovers. Leftovers, that's food that we couldn't eat at the meal, but we wanted to keep to eat later. So the Friday after Thanksgiving in the United States is always on a Thursday. That Friday, we often have leftovers, and they are usually kept in the refrigerator overnight. So in order to eat the turkey, the potatoes, the corn that is left over from Thanksgiving, we often have to warm it up. Now, we might warm it up in the microwave, or we might warm it up in the oven. The next English phrasal verb that I want to talk about isn't actually an English phrasal verb. It only sounds like one, and that is gone bad. Now, those leftovers from Thanksgiving, they will probably only be edible for about a week, maybe a week at the most. If something is edible, it means you can eat it. But if it has gone bad, it means don't eat that food. You might get sick. So leftovers after Thanksgiving will probably go bad after about a week. But to be honest, the leftovers in my house from Thanksgiving, they never last a week. They only last a few days. By then, everybody has already eaten all the leftovers up. I'm still trying to get to that powder house. It's still a little further away than I thought. I saw some people walking over there. Maybe I have to go all the way around. I don't know. We'll see. I just asked a woman walking and she says, I have to go up by that smokestack. There's a bridge over there. This was going to be just a lesson on English phrasal verbs, and now it has turned into a powder house hunt. How do we get to the powder house? Stay tuned. We'll find it. There is a car over there, so maybe I could cheat and just drive my car over, but I'll try to get there on foot without my car. I'll try to walk over there. I actually may have to cheat because my son has a hockey game coming up soon and I don't want to be late. But I can talk about the next English phrasal verb, and maybe my favorite, and that is pig out. Oftentimes at Thanksgiving, I pig out. And when you pig out, that means you eat a lot. You don't care how many calories you're eating. You don't care how much weight you're going to gain. You don't care if your pants are going to fit after the meal. You just eat and eat and eat, and that's what we call pigging out. All right, I'm driving in the car now. We will get to the powder house, and we have another English phrasal verb to talk about. I think we're getting close. I see the water. If you wanted to go swimming in the water, you can't. Stay out of it. It's probably very dirty. We are so close to the powder house, I can taste it. And of course, that's an idiom. I would never want to taste a building, but I could say the same thing about Thanksgiving, a couple weeks away. I could say, oh, it's so close, I can taste it. We are now on the other side of the river where the powder house is, and it looks like the powder house was built in 1771. It's a long time ago. Remember, in the United States, we're not as old as a lot of countries like over in Europe or Asia or Africa. We're a young country. Just as I thought, it is unfortunately locked, but let's talk about another English phrasal verb we use with food, and that is to polish off, not polish off, polish off. And that is when you finish the last of a certain food. So at Thanksgiving, maybe there is just a little bit of the potatoes left, and I might ask my brother, hey, you mind if I polish off those potatoes? It means eat the last of those potatoes. Often my family and I will have pizza night. We order a pizza and eat it. And often there is one slice of pizza left, and everybody wants that last slice of pizza. So you go around the room, hey, are you gonna eat that piece of pizza? No, no. Are you gonna eat that piece of pizza? No, no, no. Hey, do you mind if I polish off that last piece of pizza? Oh, it's great to be given the last piece of pizza. It's a good thing. Hope you enjoy this English lesson all about food. If you want another English lesson about food, there's one right up there for you. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.